Having the right habits in your life will increase your productivity as well as improve your quality of life. And the right habits will put you in position for success, which is why in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 success habits that will lead you towards purpose and towards your ultimate goals. So be sure to stick around for the entire episode because you don't want to miss this. Let's do it. Welcome to the Dream Lifestyle Podcast, where the focus and mission is to help you find your how to your biggest goals and dreams. My name is Trevon Gross Jr., and I'm extremely excited and thankful to have you here today because you matter, your dream matters, it's possible, and I believe in you. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 success habits that will lead towards purpose as well as prosperity. Now, this is a surprise episode. I was not feeling 100% last week, so I missed the Thursday drop. So you guys get a double drop this week. So you're getting another episode on Thursday as well. But I definitely wanted to make sure you guys got this information, particularly you guys got this information about 5 success habits that will lead towards your purpose. It'll lead towards prosperity in whatever area that you want prosperity in. These are 5 habits that are tried and true. They're 5 habits that I've implemented in my own life and I've seen a major difference with. And I know that they'll help you too if you really decide to take action on these habits. So I know that they'll be helpful to you. All right. Also, be sure if you haven't already, subscribe. If you're looking for a place there where you can learn and find the how to your goals and dreams, be sure to subscribe. You're listening to me on a podcast platform. Be sure to also leave a review if you can, share this episode and subscribe as well. Just so that way, this platform can get bigger. So that way more dreams can get realized. All right. So to start us off, the very first habit, this is the number 1 success habit that will lead towards purpose and it'll help you lead you towards prosperity, is having a morning routine. Okay, you guys have heard me talk about a morning routine before and how essential it is, but I believe that there are 4 parts to a ironclad, successful, foundational morning routine that allows you to basically start your day off centered as well as confident. So with that being said, the 4 parts of that morning routine, number 1 is a mindfulness component of your morning routine. For me, that's prayer, whether you're into meditating or whatever the case may be, but that is time where you're able to simply just be mindful. That's time where you're able to just let your mind run free and you're able to really be present in today. You're able to be where your feet are. And like it says in Chop Wood, Carry Water by Joshua Metcalf, because you want to make sure that you're starting your day, not bringing in what you should have done yesterday, not thinking about what you have to do later in the week, but you're able to really start your day being present. Okay, that's the number 1, the mindfulness piece. The second part is you need some sort of shocking stimulus. You need to turn on a light. You need to, open a window to let light come in, or you need to splash cold water on your face or take a cold shower. This is basically to wake your nervous system up. Okay, now there's more science to it and everything like that, but you basically want some sort of shocking stimulus that allows your nervous system to really wake up, so that way you're not basically feeling groggy as you go through your morning. You really want something that really sparks your body, sparks the senses, so that way you can get your day going. And then the third aspect, the third component of your morning routine that, in my opinion, creates the perfect morning routine is a workout. You want some sort of workout in your morning routine. Now, don't think that this is like some extreme workout. I'm not saying you have to work out for an hour. If your real workout time is an hour and it's in the morning, then great, that works. But if you're like, well, I don't really have time to go to the gym in the morning, you still need to incorporate some level of physical exercise in your morning routine. And it can be very simple. It doesn't need to be long. Like, for example, mine is only 15 minutes, right? When I work out in the mornings, my physical component of my morning routine only takes me about 15 minutes. And it's basically a couple squats, some core exercises, and then I'm basically good to go for the day. But the purpose of that physical component of the morning routine is to basically really allow my body, my muscles, my bones to really get conditioned and ready to just go for the day on the day. So that way I'm just feeling good. You want to physically feel good. It's hard to have a really good day when, you're having trouble walking upstairs or, you're having trouble just walking, whatever the case may be, right? You want your body to feel good. And so you're able to do that through your physical component of the morning routine. And then fourthly and lastly of your morning routine that makes it the perfect morning routine is affirmations. You want to be able to use your words to affirm that you are going to have a good day, to affirm you're going to have a good week, to affirm that the targets that you've set for your week are the right targets, to affirm that you're going to be able to win. All right. But those are the 4 components of your morning routine that will lead towards your success. But the purpose of the morning routine, and I mentioned it earlier, is just the fact that your morning routine, again, allows you to really be in control of the day. Because what happens is if you don't have a morning routine, you're just kind of waking up, no schedule. You're waking up kind of just thinking about, oh, this is what I have to do. And you're always on the go. You'll find yourself more in the rat race of the day just because you didn't take the time for yourself. You didn't take the time to really get clear on, okay, these are the action steps I actually need to take for this to be a good week, because you find yourself basically torn and pulled in so many different directions, as opposed to, let me get really clear about what needs to happen today. And so that way this day can be successful, and I can stack those days, which will lead to a successful week, which will lead to a successful month, which will lead to a successful year, which will lead to a successful life. Okay. But you need to be clear on your morning routine. So I would encourage you, if you're somebody that is, trying to figure out your morning routine, or you don't have a morning routine at all, I encourage you to just try one of the 4 components that I just shared. Okay, just try one of the 4 components and do that for a week. Do that for even 2 weeks. Do it for a month, but do it until it's just it's a habit. All right, where every single day you wake up at whatever your time is, and you're clear on your mindfulness component, you're clear on your shocking component, and you're clear on your physical component, as well as your affirmation component of your morning routine. Because I'm telling you, that is the type of success habit that will lead you towards purpose. Because in your morning routine, particularly in the mindfulness component, you're going to take the time to learn more about you. And this is important just because when you're spending so much time, at work, you're spending so much time in all these different roles, you're serving other people, but you neglect yourself. And so when you take your time in the morning to really just ease into your day, as opposed to just waking up startled, oh my gosh, what do I have to do now? Right? You lose your sense of self. And so when you're able to, again, gain that self-awareness that's able to be possible through your morning routine, when you gain that self-awareness, you basically put yourself in position to discover purpose. You put yourself in position to really walk in purpose, and you're really able to be way more intentional with your decisions because you have a better sense of self. And then even on the prosperity piece of it, right, you're basically able to do better planning. You're able to, like I said, really get clear on what are the things that are really going to move the needle forward, as opposed to, oh, well, this is what I think. I only had a split-second decision on my coffee run to think about it, right? As opposed to, no, I really woke up, I took time, and I thought about what I need to do so that way I can be productive, so that way I can have the things that I want to have. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 1 is having a morning routine. Okay. That's the number 1 success habit. Hey, you're listening to this episode because you are looking to take action for your dream. You're trying to find your how to your biggest goals. What I'm encouraging you to do right now is go to dreamsociety.info. That is where you can register to be a part of the Dream Society, which is Craft Your Dreams accountability group that meets Monday mornings to set targets, take action, and win. So if that's you, if you're somebody that takes your personal development, you take your growth seriously, this is something you need to be a part of. Go to dreamsociety.info right now. Let's get back to the episode. The second success habit that will lead to purpose and prosperity is working out. Okay, you need to work out. Now, this is outside of the physical component of the morning routine, but you need to have some sort of workout regimen. You need to have some sort of workout routine. And the reason why this leads you towards purpose and leads you towards prosperity is because working out truly builds confidence, and it builds trust in yourself. Okay, builds confidence, because when you are able to go into the gym, you go to the cycling class, you go to the yoga, whatever your workout method is, if you are able to train yourself to do the hard thing, if you can physically do the hard thing, there is nothing mentally difficult for you at that point. Because if you are able to physically, lift weight, or physically push through and persevere through your workout, whatever it may be, when it comes to your day to day, yes, there are important decisions that you have to make. Yes, there are tight situations you may be in, but because you've trained yourself to do the hard thing, because you've trained yourself to do what you have to do as opposed to what you feel like doing, when you are faced with those decisions outside of your workout, they become a lot easier. The decision making becomes a lot clearer, because you're already doing a much harder thing every single day or on a routine basis. So you really want to be working out, because it does build your confidence in making harder decisions. All right. Because lifting weights, at least specifically if I were to use lifting weights, but just a really good workout can have you feel invincible. A really good workout can really make you feel like the excellent version of yourself. But you really want to make sure that in your working out that you are truly giving it your all and challenging yourself. Okay, because a lot of people miss that step. Because all of the most successful people in the world, they have some level of workout routine, right? And then even on the second side of that, right? So I talked about how working out builds confidence, but it also builds trust. Because if you can basically get consistent with yourself and take care of your body, you're basically building trust with yourself. And if you can trust yourself, you can make really hard decisions at that point. You're giving yourself the tools to make really hard decisions. Because what happens is, for most people, when they make hard decisions, when they're faced with tough situations, because they have not trained themselves mentally to trust themselves, they'll make a decision, but they're second guessing, like, oh, is that the right decision? Like, oh, I don't know, right? Versus, okay, I trained myself to trust myself. And so now when I'm faced with making a hard decision, I can make a decision and I can be confident. And I know, you know what, when I make a decision, it's either the right decision or it's the wrong decision. But either way, I'm going to live with it and I can live with the results because I used all my knowledge and information that I needed to make an informed decision. But it all started with basically building that trust with self. Okay. Because I can tell you from personal experience, from working out, my ability to make decisions, especially even hard decisions, has increased tenfold just because I trust myself. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I make the right decision all the time. No, but I'm also not distracting myself whenever I do make a decision from second guessing the decision. I'm not thinking, once I make a decision, the decision is made, right? Unless I'm presented new information or there's a new perspective that I have to consider. Once a decision is made, because I trust myself, that decision is made and I'm on to the next thing. As opposed to where, and this is where a lot of people fall, they'll make a decision, but they second guess it, wondering whether or not they made the right decision. But that's simply because they don't trust themselves. And so when you decide to work out on a routine basis, you're building that trust within yourself. You're building that trust, again, to say, I'm going to choose to do what I should be doing rather than I'm going to choose what I feel like doing. Because a lot of us, who feels like making hard decisions all the time, right? Who actually feels like doing it? Nobody. But if you can train yourself to, you know what, this has to get done. This workout has to get done. This decision has to get made. If you can trust yourself to say, you know what, when I'm put between a rock and a hard place, I make good decisions. You're going to see your life go to another level. You're going to see yourself start walking in purpose more, and you're going to see yourself start prospering more because, as you've heard me say before, anything that is worth having is hard to get. And so because it's hard to get, you're going to have to make decisions that you don't necessarily feel like making. And so you're going to need confidence in yourself, as well as you're going to need to have trust in yourself. And you gain that by working out. Okay. Now, the third success habit that will truly have you walking in purpose and towards prosperity is personal meetings. Okay. Personal meetings. Now, what's a personal meeting? A personal meeting is, again, just a routine time where you basically, in the same way you have meetings with coworkers, in the same way you have meetings with your team, whoever it may be, right? You all have meetings. You have those same type of meetings just with yourself. Okay. For me, I have a personal meeting every month. Every month, I basically go to my favorite sushi restaurant and I sit down and I basically look at my budget. I look at, just what did I do well this past month? What did I not do well? And then basically define the areas that I can improve. All right. And the purpose of this personal meeting, again, it's building that trust, it's building that confidence, and it's just building that self-awareness that you need so that way you can walk in purpose in all decisions that you make, but you are also making prosperous decisions so that way you can have prosperous results. And in those personal meetings, you're basically, again, just shining light on your blind spots. Okay. This is just a personal meeting where, you're just getting very clear on, again, strengths, weaknesses, what you liked, what you didn't like, things you were wondering about, new questions, whatever it may be, right? However you want to structure your personal meetings. But I'm encouraging you to simply have personal meetings. When you have the types of meetings where you're getting a better understanding of who you are, you're getting a better understanding of even who you're becoming. Because at every level, at every stage, you're going to have to become a higher version of yourself, right? Before you become the ultimate excellent version that God's created you to be. And so in that, you want to make sure that you have personal meetings so that way, again, you're not just caught in the every single day rat race, right? You're not caught in the hamster wheel of life. That every single day, you just want to make sure that you're present every single day. because for a lot of us, sometimes we fall victim to just going on our day to day, just like, all right, all the days are just blending together. We don't even know what day it is, right? But that's not the way to live if we want to be prosperous. That's not the way to live if we want to be living in purpose. We want to make sure that every single day has intention. We want to make sure that we're present every single day, and you do that through putting the right systems in place and having a personal meeting on whatever routine works for you in your schedule. If you can only have a personal meeting, let's say every quarter, then you do that. If you can have a personal meeting only twice a year, then you do that. But you want to make sure that you set time aside to really shine light on your own blind spots, as opposed to somebody else telling you. Now, you do need other people to shine light on your blind spots. That's very true. But you need to be able to face you first. Before you face anybody else, you need to be able to face and look yourself in the mirror and be okay with who you see. And you're able to accomplish that by having personal meetings. Okay. Now, the fourth success habit, okay, is you want to have conversations with mentors and coaches. All right. That's the fourth success habit. And that means you're going to have to get a mentor or get a coach. And the reason why this is important is because I talk a lot about, in your solar system, there's 3 types of people you need to have. You need to have a success model, a collaborator, and an apprentice. So in that, right, your coach or mentor is in the success model category. You need to be having conversations. You need to be, and these are real conversations. I know sometimes I talk about being connected to, but in this, you need to have some sort of habit of consistently talking with people that are ahead of you. You need to have a conversation with a coach who is, just again, 10 steps ahead of you. They're where you used to be, and you're trying to basically shorten the learning curve, or flatten the learning curve, I should say, in a way so that way you're not running into bumps and bruises, where you're basically accelerating yourself by having those conversations. Because in those conversations, your coach is going to be able to give you the information that you need to become more productive, to learn how to optimize your business, or whatever the case may be, right? Whatever you may need the help in. But the key is basically having the habit of having those conversations. The key is in having those conversations where you're being held accountable. The key is basically having other people in your solar system that want you to win, because that's what a real coach, that's what a real mentor does. They want your success as if it's their own. Okay. And they're going to be rooting for you. They're going to be giving you the information that you need so that way you can have the success that you want to have. But you need to make sure that you have the system in place, that you have the right success habit in place of having those conversations. And so I'm telling you, if you're somebody that you don't have a mentor or you don't have a coach, I'm strongly encouraging you to find someone. And it doesn't need to be, you don't need to find somebody that has celebrity. You don't need to have somebody that, everybody knows or anything like that. You don't need to publicize that you have a mentor. You don't need to publicize that you have a coach. But you do need to find people that can help you. You do want to find people that are willing to help you, that are eager to help you, and want to help you. Because at the end of the day, why go through the bumps and bruises of the process if you don't have to? And I'll even add this bonus: if they charge you for it, then pay it. And the reason why you want to do that is because, again, sowing and reaping. If you sow into yourself, because it's not you sowing into them, right? You're sowing into yourself. It's an investment in yourself. You're basically paying to, again, flatten your learning curve, so that way you're able to get to where you want to go faster, and you're able to get to where you want to go smoother. But you're able to do that by, again, having those consistent conversations. All right. So make sure, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have a coach, strongly get one. And if you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking for accountability, if you're looking for a coach, go to craftyourdream.org right now, because I'd love to be your coach. But get a mentor, get a coach, because they are truly helpful. Any coach has a coach, at least any good coach has a coach. I have coaches. They're extremely helpful. They're extremely they hold me accountable. They help keep me on track. They help keep me sharp, because I'm connected to them and I have consistent conversations with them about business, about life, about finances, different areas of my life that I need them. Spiritually, I have a coach, right? That's my pastor. But you need to make sure that you have consistent conversations with your success models, consistent conversations with people that are ahead of you. All right. Now, the fifth and last success habit that will lead you towards purpose as well as prosperity is investing in skills or knowledge. Now, this is its own point. The one previously where I shared about, those conversations with mentors and coaches, those somewhat fall under this category. But you want to make sure that you want to have habits that lead towards you mastering your skills as well as gaining knowledge in whatever realm your dream is. Right. So, for example, if you are in sales, then that means like every single day you have a habit of learning something new about sales. You have a habit of learning something new about human psychology, or whatever the case may be. Right. If you're an entrepreneur, then every single day you're doing something to invest in your skill as an entrepreneur. You're doing something to gain knowledge in your craft as an entrepreneur, right? As a content creator, even as a professional, you want to make sure that you're always growing. And that is why it'll lead you towards purpose as well as prosperity, because again, you need to be ready for your opportunity when it comes. And in order for you to be ready for your opportunity, you're going to need to master your skills and gain knowledge. And so in that, how are you going to master those skills and gain your knowledge if you're not going to do it consistently? Because you only trying to master a skill and gain knowledge once is not enough. You need to make sure that you have the right systems in place. You want to make sure you have the right habits and patterns in place that allow you to consistently grow, to consistently become more, to consistently just improve who you are. So that way, when opportunity knocks, you're ready. So that way, when a door opens, you're able to confidently walk through without second guessing. And that's what all of these success habits allow you to do. Okay. And so in that, when you are improving your skill, when you are gaining more knowledge, you're going to, again, just basically find yourself more confident. You're going to find yourself able to speak up in rooms that you might not have been able to speak up in before, because you know your stuff, because you know what you're doing, right? There's a certain level of confidence that truly comes from just beating on your craft. There's a level of confidence when you enter conversations, when you enter rooms, when you know that you've put in the work, when you know you belong. Right. And in that confidence, who knows what conversations you start? Because the thing about confidence is that it's contagious. And when you have a certain level of confidence in what you do, when you have a certain level of confidence in what you know, people are attracted to you. And I'll even add, on a spiritual aspect, the right people are attracted to you, because God always puts the right people in the right place at the right time. But it starts with us doing the work and improving our skill and improving our knowledge. All right. So those are the 5 habits. Again, just a quick review of them. Number 1 is a morning routine. Number 2 is working out. Number 3 is a personal meeting. Number 4 is conversations with mentors and coaches. And number 5 is investing in your skills or your knowledge. All right. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. Do me a favor. If you got anything from this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a review. Also make sure you leave me a comment about how you grew this week. Please let me know, how did you grow this week? All right. I appreciate you guys truly. And I'll see you guys on Thursday for another bonus episode of the Dream Lifestyle Podcast. Always remember, your dream is possible as long as you're willing to work for it.